Welcome to the first episode of a new series on my channel. I have been on YouTube for coming up on 5 years now, so I'm just trying to change it up and do a little something fresh here. Essentially, this series will be shared in a vlog style series of videos and will mainly include voiceovers like this one I'm doing right now. As a homeschool mom of 3 kids, it's been hard to grab filming time that does not include noise from the kids and the dogs in the background. The focus of this video series will be to spotlight seasonal simple living and seasonal slow living as I define those concepts. I live in the East Coast of the United States and it's a warm spring this particular year. And for me, simple living means uncomplicating parts of my life and my home that are taking too much time or money or effort or attention or thought. And slow living for me right now is really a representation of swapping. So instead of sitting on the couch and watching some Netflix, like right now I'm binging The Lincoln Lawyer, sometimes I swap out that choice for reading a book. In the mornings, it's about treasuring 10 minutes watering my garden instead of sitting on the couch and watching Netflix. You might see a theme there. It's about making different choices that slow down my heart rate, that slow down my mind, and give me a feeling of calm and peace. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Erica Lucas, and in this first episode, I'm going to spotlight spring. And so I'll get about 6 weeks of spring left here to make this particular set of the series. And I am making a crock pot meal for dinner later on tonight. So this is about 8 hours before we're going to eat this. In this video, you're going to see that recipe, some time doing laundry, getting ready for the day. We're going to run an errand. I'm also going to share what we make for lunch, and the kids have a little swimming time. I am using up the last of the sirloin that I bought from this week's grocery order. I accidentally bought extra, and the rest of the sweet potatoes from a 5-pound bag. And I just chopped them up, added half a stick of butter, some Kinder's buttery seasoning, garlic powder, and onion powder. And that was it. No extra salt because Kinder's and the butter is kind of, well, butter was unsalted, but it didn't need salt added. At this point of the day, it's early. I'm still in my pajamas. So I started making my way upstairs, eating leftover breakfast stuff from the kids. By this point of filming, we had already done breakfast and school, and I'm eating this leftover snack from one of my kids' plates that they didn't finish because that's mom life, and that's where sometimes I grab some breakfast. And I rolled right into my laundry schedule. Laundry is brainless for me now because I have a predictable schedule. I wrote it down, I laminated it, and Velcroed it to my washing machine. So I don't have to make any decisions on laundry. This is a new soap that I got from Thrive Market. I had been using Drops for like 4 years, and I wanted to try something different. The kids asked for something that smelled fresh laundry, and when I used Drops and vinegar and wool balls, they wanted something that smelled clean, but I didn't want to use something that was very chemically enhanced, so that's why I got this from Thrive Market. Part of my laundry process lately has been to get rid of our laundry baskets. We used to have a laundry basket on top of this dryer, and now I am forced to, when I take something out of the dryer, put it where it belongs. We used to leverage that laundry basket on top of the dryer as a way to just park stuff and put it away later once the laundry basket was full. By getting rid of the laundry basket in there, it got rid of the crutch that habit was using. So now when I take something out of the dryer, it gets put away. And these are our pool towels. We've opened our pool and the kids have been swimming in every day. The weather has been unseasonably warm. I cannot believe how warm it has been here in Maryland in April and now going into May. Usually by Mother's Day, it starts to warm up, but a month early, we've had this unseasonably warm weather, and the pool has been warm. So I air dry their swimsuits, and I sometimes hang dry their swim towels as well. I just didn't have the space on that drying rack. So I want to put this drying rack back outside. It has been living in my laundry room for the winter. It's just an extra place to hang dry and air dry. I'm going to move this white laundry rack back outside. It has parked itself on our deck for the summers. It'll now be its 5th summer parked there, and the kids hang their towels and their swimsuits there. And then every couple of days I wash their swim stuff. The part of it is, I mean, it's from the weather, it just stays open now. So I have to carry it down that way. I decided to get dressed and kind of get myself ready before I go back downstairs. Look at me, I'm so magical. I walk in and out and I come and I get dressed. This is in my bathroom. I have one drawer to get ready for the day. I did not afford myself time to grab a shower and do my hair, so I decided to just run a brush through it, and it ended up right back in again in a ponytail. Does anyone else have a daughter that goes into their bathroom and steals their hairbrushes and all of their fun things? She has so many hairbrushes throughout the house, yet she keeps stealing mine. I don't know if it's a convenience thing because she was in my bathroom or she just likes it better, but she keeps stealing my hairbrush. Anyway, this is our swim stuff queued up at the top of the stairs, and I needed to carry it downstairs. And I like to make as few trips as possible, and the dogs follow me everywhere. They would follow me off a ledge, and I had to send them down the stairs first, both dogs. Otherwise they trip me because they are like right behind me or right next to me, and on the stairs they make me fall. You're looking at slime on my table from my daughter who's taking a nap with the dog in the sun. They do this all the time. At first I thought it bothered the dog, but I think he quite likes it. Then we took an errand to get their nails cut. Immediately upon coming back from the errand, my German Shepherd, Ranger, jumped in the pool. He is always the first one in the pool every summer, and he goes in about every day, and then he spends a few hours outside drying. On the ride home from the errand, the kids asked for Chick-fil-A for lunch, which is like a $60 trip anytime we're out for lunch with Chick-fil-A. So I said, no thanks, we're going home. We got food. So I'm making tacos for lunch. I'm making our own taco sauce, and I make my own taco seasoning blend. It's just cheaper and easier for me to do it this way. It's just tomato sauce, vinegar. I had apple cider vinegar handy, so I used that. And then cumin, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, paprika, and chili powder. And then I just shake it up in the jar. Now you could cook it down for 20 minutes if you wanted to. I end up adding it to the meat and it cooks down that way. So there's 2 ways that you can really kind of utilize this taco sauce. And I only add like 2 tablespoons of taco sauce to a pound of meat. It's just how my kids like it. And everything is to taste or to preference. So if you're going to try this, just experiment by adding a little bit at a time, especially with kids. All of my kids like it this way. So that is the best way for me to be able to feed 3 kids the same meal. Otherwise, somebody circles back for peanut butter and jelly or soup or whatever. This way I can knock out a lunch and feed all 3 kids. In the beginning of the video, I showed you my seedling shelf. Right now I have various different kinds of peppers and tomatoes, basil, eggplant, cucumbers, squash. I have a bunch of things started, and in the next week or 2, everything will be hardened off. I spend time each evening backing it up, so I'll start at 6:30 hardening things off out back, and then 5:30 the next day, 4:30 the next day. It takes me about 10 days to get my seedlings hardened off and ready for summer planting outside. And then I try to utilize our kitchen garden, as I call it, out back as much as possible rather than the grocery store. Just growing my own food has been very satisfying for me, and something that I have been doing now. This is my 5th year doing it, and I started with just a couple of tomato seedlings and have now decided to grow so many other things based off what the kids eat. This year is my first time growing red bell peppers. Last year I grew green bell peppers. They were a hit for me. My kids not so much. They love red bell peppers. So this year I think I have 10 seedlings going for red bell peppers. And I would add them into the tacos. So when those are ready, that'll be great. These are salted tomatoes, my 10-year-old's favorite snack. A pound of meat with the sauce and the taco seasoning, 12 shells that I baked in the oven for 6 minutes, some shredded cheese I shredded a few days ago, and then tomato topping. And I just set it up like a bar, and the kids come through and buffet their plates for lunch. And this is what was left over. So as you can see, they eat it all up to go. 2 of my kids wanted to spend some time in the pool. The pool has been strangely warm. Usually they're not swimming by now, but they spent about 2 hours outside, which gave dinner time to cook down, and it was the steak and sweet potatoes. This was delicious. Here are my seedlings that I was talking about. I wanted to say thank you for being here with me today in this video. And here is a link to a day in the life where I cooked some other stuff in the kitchen. And episode 2 will be coming out soon. So subscribe and let me know what you think of this video with a comment below. Hope you're doing well.